Today I am going to lay out for you the main cost items that you need to consider when you're budgeting to build your villa in Spain. Hello and welcome to the channel, and if you're new here, my name's John Wolfendale and I'm the CEO and founder of Eco Vida Homes. Our mission is to make building a villa in Spain a joyful and stress-free experience. So the first big cost item is the cost of the land, and of course the whole range of possibilities is open to you. Let me discuss 3 points very briefly. One is the location. Normally the further away from the coast, the less expensive things become. The further away from the airports, less expensive things become. And then there are clusters of popularity and some gated communities where values tend to be a little bit higher. The second thing to consider is the views. Very subjective. I can't put a number on it. Only you can put a number on it. But obviously the views either towards the sea or towards the mountains are going to influence the value of the land, as indeed is the orientation and the aspect of the plot. And the third thing to consider is the, if you like, the difficulty of building, whether there's a slope or not. If there's a severe slope, then we might expect that land to be cheaper, all other things being equal, because the seller will recognize the fact that it's going to be a little bit more expensive to build on it. So these are things that we need to evaluate when we're looking at the land. If you'd like us to help you, we've got a due diligence package whereby we can help you be confident that you can build your dream villa on the plot within budget and legally before you buy it. Which brings me to my second big cost item when we're looking at the costs of building is a number in for site preparation. Could be the demolition of an existing property, maybe some excavation because the land has got a slope on it, or retaining walls. Anything like this can only be evaluated once you know the plot itself. And the third big cost item in our list is a number for everything outside of the villa. So shaded terraces, vital to your quality of life, but also the front gate, the driveway, maybe the fencing, perhaps a pergola or an outside kitchen, something like that, and a number for the garden too. So we need a number in there for all of that kind of thing. The next big cost item in our list is an amount in euros per square meter to build the villa. So we're going to be using the gross external square meterage of the villa, and we're going to be applying a number which they call the turnkey amount, and that means that everything's finished, that the lights work, you can cook a meal, you can move in with the furniture. And there's a whole range of possibilities is available to you. Let's consider three things, three big variables that affect this. One is the complexity of the design, okay? The second is the size, obviously, of the villa. You'll find that the analysis is very sensitive to that. And the third thing is the quality of the finishes and the installations. The next big cost item in the way we do things is we put in a number for the pool, because there's an enormous variety of pools that you can have, including no pool at all, or a long thin pool for swimming at lengths, or a contraflow system, infinity effect, motorized cover, heated pool. There's an enormous amount of variety of pools that you might want, so we separate this out in the way we do things from the very beginning. Similarly, we have a separate number in there for renewable energy systems. Typically, we would encourage our clients to install as big a photovoltaic system as they can afford. Payback periods are coming down all the time as electricity prices rise, and it means that you can enjoy all the modern conveniences and electrical conveniences in your home, and it's all free energy from the sun. But this is, again, a personal decision. Quite a lot of clients go to first fix on this kind of thing. So that means they can simply buy additional photovoltaic panels later and plug them in. Now, the way we do things, we always have a separate number for the kitchen. Normally you would include this in your turnkey number, and most people do, but we like to have a separate conversation about it at an early stage because it's such a personal thing. You know, some people are prepared to spend relatively small amounts of money on a simple kitchen, and other people like to spend a lot of money on a kitchen and have it custom designed by a particular manufacturer. Anything is possible, so we just have a separate number in there for the kitchen. The next big item on the list is a number in there for professional fees. Now, these can only really be evaluated once we've understood your vision, we've seen the plot, and we've evaluated the size and the complexity of the project. Having said that, as a very broad generalization, you should be using maybe 13 to 14% of the contract sum before VAT to include everything. So all the design fees from the architect, the handling of all the bureaucracy, the geotechnical and topographical survey, supervision of the works by the technical architect, and so on. A very broad brush number. The next number is a number in there for taxes. Very, very briefly, it's going to be 10% on the contract sum. It's going to be 21% on professional fees, and then we need a number in there for the building license, which varies between municipalities. As a very broad brush number, take your contract sum, divide that in half, and use 4% of that, just for the moment, for the amount that you pay the town hall for the building license. And once we understand which municipality it's in and have a better understanding of the size of your project, we'll be able to put a better number on that. The next cost item is something in there for things like decennial insurance, all risk promoters insurance, connection to the mains water, sewerage and electricity. So it'll depend upon the size of your venture. But you need to put in maybe 5,000 or 10,000 typically for this, and of course it's something that we handle for you. Okay, so we do all of that on your behalf. Now, it may be that it would help you to understand how to calculate the value of a plot of land, in which case you need to watch the next video on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, like it, and I'll see you in the next video.